Welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Christine. Today we're going to be focusing on the eyes again. So I have my face completed and my eyelids primed. I'm very excited about the eye palettes that I'll be touching on today. It's a new brand to me, and the packaging straight through to the pigments and the blendability of these shadows look beautiful. Now I have only swatched it and played with it. I have not put it on my eyes yet, so this will be a first for all of us. But the packaging, I got the entire set. It was cheaper and it was on sale to get the entire collection. They call it the Futurism Collection, and the entire collection is $59, which gets you their free shipping as well. That's their price point for that. And then if you buy the palettes individually, there are 3 of them and they are $24 each. So this is what the collection looks like when you get all 3 palettes together. It's beautiful. That isn't the lighting in here. The box actually does go in kind of an ombre green, and then it's got the name of the brand on the front. It's got a very nice magnetic closure on the box. Very expensive feeling. Then they have it tied shut with this pretty green ribbon. It's got lots of packing materials to keep your palette safe during shipment or storage. And then this is what all 3 palettes look like together in the box. Aren't they stunning in themselves? I mean, the packaging is a work of art. So I'll take those out and individually kind of show you the 3 palettes, and then we're going to decide which one we want to go with today. I always want to go for greens and blues because that's my favorite, but I think I just did a green look yesterday or the day before, so I think we're going to pick something different. This is Futurism 1, and it's called the Sci-Fi Green. And again, that packaging is just to die for. This is an indie brand. They're fairly new, and this is the only gripe I've had so far, is that they've included one of these. And I do not like these. I don't know anybody that likes these. So that has the names of the shadows on them. And then here is the green palette. It is gorgeous. They are shades that I am absolutely drawn to. And the names of them are cute. Radioactive, Nuclear, Glamora, Smog, E.T., as in the movie, and Dark Side. So that is gorgeous. Next one is the Futurism 2 called the Cyber Bronze palette, and this is what that one looks like. Again, stunning. If I had room in this room, I would have them out and displayed, but I have to keep them stored just for room's sake. Again, another one of these. I hate those, but look at these colors. Isn't that pretty? I love it. We've got a beautiful red here, a gorgeous silver, and then some matte browns to put in your crease. Some of these, well, they will all work beautifully together, obviously. 6 shades in each palette. You should be able to get a very beautiful finished look using all 3 palettes, or 1 palette on its own. I have something itchy on my eye. It's driving me crazy. Okay, and then the last but not least, the Futurism III Astro-Pink. So it's got more pinks and blues on the packaging. They're all magnetic closure. Open them up. They all have a mirror, which is wonderful. Love that. So they're very, very sturdy. I think they would make an excellent travel palette. I don't think you would have any issues with it breaking or anything. This one, the one that really, well, 2 of them in this one really stood out to me. This is a very shimmery, beautiful black. A lot of people don't like glimmer or shimmer in their black, but that is stunning. It is gorgeous. And then right next to it, this gorgeous purple shimmer. Actually, look at that. It shows up as a completely different color on the viewfinder. It does have a shift, and it's purple and blue. And when I look straight on at it, it looks definitely purple. But in the viewfinder, it's looking very blue. So that's weird. but gorgeous. They're beautiful shades, and like I said, they did swatch beautifully. I swatched all three palettes. So what are we going to use today? I think we're going to stick with this last one. We're going to go with the Futurism III Astro-Pink. And I will try to remember not to lose those plastic inserts. So hopefully their next release, they will go ahead and put the names of the shades right there on the palette for us. That would be great. I much prefer that because sometimes I lose those little plastic inserts, and that's a pain. All right, so we're gonna start off with a really nice fluffy brush from Morphe. It is the M441, and I'm gonna dip into, and I always am concerned that I get the names of the shades wrong because I'm not sure how they sit in the palette. That's another concern of mine with these plastic inserts. But I want to say it's Lunar, which is the last kind of very tan, peachy color in the palette. The color is picking up on the brush, very pigmented, little tiny bit of kickback in the palette, but nothing that I concern myself about. Again, see, I did do the blue look yesterday. I'm still picking glitter off of my face from the look I did yesterday. If you haven't seen it yet, I did put a few pictures of it up on Instagram, and that's Christine_Elaine72 on Instagram. Please go over there and follow me. That would be great. I try to post at least a post a day. Sometimes there's more. Like the other morning when we had a bear in our yard. That was not cool. I was scared. We have some pets, and I know we're in Pennsylvania and there are bears, but I don't need one on my back porch. That was weird. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with that yet. We'll figure it out. Hopefully, because he didn't find anything, didn't get anything to eat, that he will move on, but you just never know. And it may be gorgeous to see in their natural habitat, but this was scary. This was not cool. I was not impressed. I was scared. So, I don't know. My father has told me not to be afraid of it. It's more afraid of you, blah, blah, blah. Why? Why is it more afraid of me? It has huge claws and a giant head and really big teeth. No, I can't guarantee that bear is indeed more afraid of me. So, no thank you. Too close. That is blending like butter. Like, it's blending itself. I'm really not doing very much work at all here, and the color is really pretty. It's kind of a, I think I would call it a cool tone, kind of a tan, leaning towards pinky on my skin tone anyway. So it probably is a little hard to see for you because it is very close to my skin tone, but we're just gonna keep on trucking and get this on the eyeballs. If you have any questions about my skin today or my face in general, hopefully I will have that all linked down below in the description box. I don't believe I tried anything new today. The only other new product that I'm going to try today is my lip, so I haven't done it yet. My husband gifted me with a lipstick that I wanted, mostly because it's has J-Lo's like fake signature, okay, on the actual component. I don't know if you can see that. Every time I do this, I'm sure he watches it back in editing and goes, why are you doing that? Okay, anyway, because we do link everything. This is by Loreal. It's called Jennifer's Nude. And it's very pretty matte packaging. I love that. And the color's beautiful. You'll see that in a few minutes. So stay tuned. And we will also get that on our face. A lot of the colors in these palettes, I don't have any that are this color of bluish purple shift, and it's a beautiful shimmer. I also don't believe I have anything that is black with this glittery, it almost looks like a topper type. It's gorgeous. And the raspberry shade in this palette also, I don't think I have anything that color. But you can always look through your palettes and try to find things that look similar, because once they're blended on the eyes, it's more about getting the same kind of color story. You don't have to run out and buy a palette that someone else has just to get that look. There are many, many ways to come to the same end. And if you look through your palettes, I'm sure you have a maybe cooler toned brown, and then maybe a berry or a raspberry shade, and then a shimmer that you really, really like, maybe in a blue or a purple or a silver. I've done that many times, pulled from my collection to make a look that I really liked, that I saw on Instagram or Pinterest or wherever. So next we're going to deepen up that crease just a little bit. I'm going to use the same brush, and we're going to go into the next door color, which says is Stardust, and it is a little warmer and darker of a brown. I'm going to tip my brush more downward so that we can kind of keep this shade under and just adjoining to the transition shade that we already applied. And then I'll show you the difference between the two eyes before I start on the other eye, how it darkens it just enough in the crease that you can see a differentiation between the two colors and gives your eye more depth. So it's not just all flat, one color, all brown. It really does make a difference. I didn't think it did when I started doing makeup, but I learn all the time. I watch some of my favorites on YouTube and I learn from them. And then I just kind of play around with it. Don't be afraid of your makeup. Okay, I think that's about where I want it, but let me see how it's showing up on camera. I hope that you can see the difference between the two eyes. This one has much deeper of a crease, and there seems to be more depth when you look at it. Now I do have a little bit of a hooded eye, so that when my eyes are totally open, the crease almost disappears. So that's why I do a lot of this when I'm putting on my makeup. It helps. It pulls the eyelid up a little bit so that I can get into that crease and really define it. But these are the mattes in these palettes are a beginner's dream. They just, I swear, are just blending themselves. I'm doing next to nothing. I'm so lightly holding the brush, and still the colors are, whoever was part of their creative team and came up with the color stories in these palettes really, really knows about colors and depth and different color stories working well together, because they all go beautifully together. And I think that I haven't dipped into other palettes. Especially for today, I'm going to stick to this one palette, but I think that all three palettes, if you open them up side by side, they will work beautifully together too. You can pull different shades from this one and that one, and it just gives you a lot of choice. And for $59 and free shipping, that is $20 a palette. Some of the palettes in the drugstore are $20, and they don't perform like this, and they don't have this beautiful color story, nor do they have, I mean, don't get me wrong, I've got a lot of beautiful shadows from the drugstore. That's not what I'm saying. But at this price, I just can't believe that they're this price, I guess, with this kind of craftsmanship. It just blows my mind. Excellent, excellent job. So Now, I want to take the berry color and I'm going to use that to deepen up the outer corner. But first, I think I'm going to go ahead in with the shimmer. I want to use both the duochrome purpley blue one kind of in the outer half of my eyelid, and then on the inner half, I'm going to go in with that really gorgeous silver, okay? So, I'm going to try it with a brush first, and these are shimmers, so usually I like to go in with something a little flatter. Even maybe a concealer type brush. This is an R42, but you can see it's kind of a nice flat packing brush. So we're going to pick up some of that shade, which I believe is Neptune, on the brush. This may work better with glitter glue or my finger, but we're going to try it on the brush first. I know a lot of people do not like to touch their eyeshadows. They don't like to stick their fingers in it. So we're going to try this on the brush and see how it goes first. So I'm going to go about to the center of my lid and swipe. Are we swiping or are we patting? We may be using our finger. This is not coming off of the brush the way that I would like. Maybe we need a fluffier brush. We'll see. I can say that the spraying made it look more foiled, but it's still not coming off of this brush that great. So I'm going to do my favorite and use my finger and see how that goes. Like I said, this shade is something else because I'm staring at it in the palette right now and it looks absolutely a deep dark purple. But I put it on my finger and then I put it on my eye and it's blue. I'm sure in some lights, like if I turn my head that way, I can see the purple in it. Next to no fallout from that using my finger, which is in general why I prefer using my finger, to kind of pat it on and even sometimes kind of drag it slightly. Don't hurt your eye. But a little bit of a dragging motion sometimes gets it on there a little better. All right, I'm going straight in with the finger on the other eye. For the sake of time, we don't need to be here all day. Although I could.
Just playing with the many choices in these palettes alone.
Maybe because the sun is hitting me on this side, I've got much more natural light coming in on this side. This side looks different on my eye. I can see more of the purple on this one than the other one. This is a shade you definitely have to see in person because it's so different from anything else I have. Okay, next I want to go in with that silver, and it seems to have, it's almost like a lilac shift to it, or a pinky kind of a shift. We'll try the silver with the brush first, see how we get on. That one applies better with a brush than the bluish purple did, for sure. And we want to make sure that we get those nice and blended in the center. That's a very, very pretty shade. Just for funsies, I want to put a little bit on my finger and see what that does. Yeah, it applies it better with the finger too. I don't mind that at all. I don't mind applying my shadows with my finger. I do mind having to contort myself though. Use the other hand. And even my pinky sometimes has a hard time getting into that inner corner. But we're gonna make it work. That was my fault. Touched my under eye, but no fallout from that one either. It went on great. Now I'm gonna go back in and kind of pat on a little bit more of this blue because I think we lost a little bit of it, and I want it to really stand out. you all feel about the blue eyeshadow coming back so big again. It was huge when I was in school. Way back in the day. But I never didn't like it, but I guess that's just how trends go. They come and go. My daughter, who is 23, she would never, and this is from her, she has told me this herself, she would never wear blue all over the lid like I do. She doesn't like the looks of it. So a little much for her, she says, but I like it. Okay, we're gonna get a little bit of a smaller fluffy brush, the M456. We're gonna take this gorgeous berry shade, which is called Nebula. This is gorgeous. That is right up my alley. And we're gonna use that kind of on the outer corner here, just to deepen up a little bit. I'm just tapping that shade in, being as precise as I can in that outer corner. I've heard other influencers say that purple is one of the hardest shades to make in an eyeshadow. They nailed it. Once again, I don't see any patchiness or separation or powderiness. This purple shade is as gorgeous as the others. And it looks super pretty with that duochrome. It brings out the purples in it even more. So you can definitely see more of the purple coming out because of this shade. Way to go. I am so excited now to try the other two palettes on my face. I mean, I took them all out when they came and I swatched them all and I played with them a while. But I just haven't had time to sit down and do the video that I wanted to do. Whew, that is pretty. All right, very lightly, because I like the way that's looking. I don't think it looks harsh or strange. I'm just gonna very lightly blend out the edges of that. And then we'll take a look at the lower lash line. I would like to be able to use as many of these shades in the palette as I can, so you get an idea of the entire palette as a whole. So I'm thinking about putting the black on the lower lash line, but I'm scared it's gonna ruin the whole look. Well, you only live once, right? That's right. So we're gonna try it with a nice little smudgy brush. A Morphe R43. Take just a little bit of that. It's gonna be a very dramatic look when we throw the black in, but that's all right. Tap a little bit of that off. And once again, that is stunning. I'm gonna put just a tiny bit on this upper lash line just to kind of tie it together. But only right around the lashes and right at the outer corner. We'll take some of that gorgeous purple, I think, and blend out that lower lash line when we're finished. You can see a tiny bit of silver glitter under this eye, but nothing too bad. I think it will wipe away. Again, just a tiny little bit on the upper lash line. Let me get my smaller brush. That again is the M456. Clean it off a little bit. Take a tiny bit of that purple and smoke out the bottom lash line. If it gets too much, you can also always take concealer down to the bottom and clean it up a little bit. So I don't get too concerned if I think I brought it down a little too far, because I can clean it up later. And again, take that purple up and meet what you've got going on up here. I have to say that's probably my favorite shade in the whole palette, but purple is my favorite shade, period, so. Alright, I'm just gonna wipe some of that away and clean up the edges a little bit. For something this dramatic, I probably should have used my tape, but I didn't, so. But you can. If you like more of a precise line on the sides, you can always use a little piece of tape. Works wonders. Okay, nexty, we're gonna go in with some black eyeliner. I think today, let's use the NYX Epic Ink Liner. And it has something on it. No, thank you, ma'am. I'm not going to do a wing with this. I'm just gonna line the upper lash line. Let that dry for a minute. Waterline. What color do we want on the waterline? Let's think about that. I'm about to tightline my top lash line, so if you don't like that, fast forward. But I think it's well worth doing. If you look at my eyes right now, the tightline one, you can't see the breaks in between the lashes, and I just think it's a cleaner, more sleek look. That's why I do it. And after doing it for so long, it just, I think your eyes get desensitized to it. It doesn't bother me anymore. Okay, so lower lash line. I've got some beautiful, gorgeous. I'm actually thinking about doing maybe a royal blue. That sounds weird, but if you see the shift in the eyeshadow in the center is coming off blue to me right now. So maybe even a navy would look pretty. Let's use this one. LA Girl Ultimate Intense Stay Auto Liner in Never Ending Navy. I like these liners, I do. They're a little fatter than your average, I think. At least they're bigger around than the ColourPop one for sure. But this one in particular is one of my favorites from LA Girl. The navy blue. It's just a really pretty, bordering on a purplish color actually, navy. And I like it. I think it looks really pretty with this look. I think I'm gonna go back into the palette just for a second, get a nice little pencil brush, M431, and take that silver color and pop it in the inner corner a little bit, so that it kind of just wraps around the inner corner of the eye. One eye always looks better, I'm telling you. They are never exactly the same. Weird. And for mascara, I don't do lashes all that often. They're not my favorite. I have extremely sensitive eyes, and I haven't found a set yet that don't make my eyes feel so itchy 10-15 minutes in. I hate it. So I've tried different kinds of glues, and mostly drugstore lashes. I haven't really gotten any high-end lashes yet, so I'll continue to try, but for now we're just going to apply some mascara. So I'm going to curl my lashes first. Use my trusty primer from L'Oreal, the Voluminous Base. I really, really, really stand by this primer. I think it has made a world of difference in my lash game. So I'm going to continue to use it until I find something better. Sorry, I think you're staring at the top of my head. I apologize. I do one eye at a time, usually. That way I'm letting the base dry a little bit before I go in with the mascara. This tube has also lasted me quite a while. So, it's inexpensive. It works like it says it's going to. And it lasts for quite a while. Yep. That's my kind of product, so if you haven't tried a primer yet for your lashes and you wish that your lashes were a little fuller, a little longer, give this a try. You might really like it. I think it's $7.99, somewhere in that range at Walmart. Alright, and then for my lashes, today I'm using Buxom Big T's Plumping Mascara. Do you have a shade? Yes, Blackest Black. I'll be using this on the top lashes, and then I think I'm going to use a navy for the bottom lashes. Just to be different. Now, this is a very pretty mascara. Right this second, I can't tell you for sure if it smudges or how it wears, because I don't think I have used it for a while, but I will keep you updated. If I have a huge problem with a mascara, I usually just throw it out. This one is still in rotation, so I'm thinking it's okay. Is it my favorite? Probably not. I have some other ones. I like the Benefit Bad Gal Bang. I also really like the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. But this one, it looks fine. They're not clumpy. I don't really like a clumpy lash. I like a nice full lash. For the lower lash line, I'm going to use Maybelline, the Falsies, and this is called Navy Glam. So it's kind of a navy blue. Has a curved wand. Yeah, that looks pretty. It almost perfectly matches that eyeliner. And they're not even from the same company, but the colors are almost identical. I don't know if you can see that because I brought the shadows down pretty far, but I can see it. And if you get close up, you can see it. You can see a little blue as I move my head around on that lower lash line. So, love that mascara. That's a keeper. And we're on to lips. Wow, we're almost done already. Imagine that. So we're gonna start for the lips with my very, very favorite lip liner. It's the Buxom Plumping Lip Liner in Dolly Danger. That's why this one is so small. It's my favorite. I love the shade. It's like my perfect pinky nude. I love the bigger size of it because I always fill in my lips. Well, I shouldn't say always, but 90% of the time I fill in my lips with my lip liner. I don't notice any plumping with it, but I don't really care because the color is perfect and it lasts a really long time on the lips. So. wear that as a lipstick easily. It's that creamy and smooth. And then I'm going to try my brand new lipstick. Like I said, the shade on this is Jennifer's Nude. It is a really pretty nude color. I love the packaging, the matte black with the gold. And who doesn't want to feel like they're J-Lo? I don't know anybody that doesn't want to be J-Lo. I want to be J-Lo. And this is the closest I'm going to get, so. It's very creamy. I like the smell. I can't tell you what it smells like. It smells like L'Oreal lipsticks. I think they all smell the same. I can tell that's going to be a new favorite of mine. You'll be seeing a lot of that one. But I love gloss. We're going to go ahead and add a little bit of gloss on top. This is the new L'Oreal Glowing Lip Gloss. The packaging is, I mean, that's me. It's rose gold and kind of a mauve pink color, and it looks tropical and wonderful. It also smells delicious, and look at the size of this applicator. It's so cushiony and soft. It feels amazing. I don't usually like to put this on though. When I wear it alone, I'll go ahead and swipe it right on my lips because this applicator is so squishy and lovely. But if I'm wearing a lipstick, I don't want to get the lipstick in my gloss, so I usually just put it on the back of my hand and then tap it on. It smells great. It tastes great. I think it's cherry, but I've heard other people say just fruity, or I think it tastes and smells like cherries. All right, I'm guessing my hair is gonna be a disaster, but we're gonna do this anyway. Yes, I still have to do my hair. This is right out of the bed head. So we need to touch up our hair a little bit, but the makeup is done and I love it. I love the way this turned out. My hair needs to settle down, girl. Calm down. You're all crazy. Let's put some setting spray on because I do not want this to move. I'm on a L'Oreal kick today for some reason. The L'Oreal Shake and Glow Dew Mist. I really like this, and I didn't think I was going to because I tried it at the store and I sprayed it on the back of my hand and I didn't really see anything different about it. But when you spray it on the face, it really does leave a really pretty glowy, shiny, dewy effect on your skin. So, and the mister is a true mister. It doesn't spit at you. It evenly distributes the product all over your face. Little fan. I hope that you like the finished look. I do. I really enjoyed working with this palette today. It was just a joy to work with. It did everything that you would want it to and more. So I am very pleased with this set of palettes. Again, that's the Futurism Collection from, I think it's pronounced Kaleidos because it's spelled kind of like kaleidoscope, so I think that's how they say it. The shipping was wonderful from that company, and the customer service was really good. I checked on my delivery a couple of times because it is coming from out of the country, and it came before some that I ordered that were from in the United States. So shipping was really good and free if you spend $59. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, that will be it for me today. I hope you had fun. Thank you very much for joining me and spending some time with me. If you could please subscribe and maybe even click that bell so that you can be notified when I do put up other videos. There will be lots more to come, so I hope you join me for the ride. It'll be great. Again, go over to my Instagram and follow there as well. And I hope you're all happy and safe and healthy wherever you are today. Thank you again. Love you. Bye-bye.